All right, guys, so for lesson 7, we're talking about multi-step inequalities. And so your goal is to solve multi-step inequalities. They want us to review a couple main components or ideas here before we get started. The first idea is combining our like terms. So when we look at this, all right, we learned earlier this year that an expression is a math sentence without an equal sign. We learned 4W and 2W can be combined together to make 6W. And we learned that 3 and -1 are like terms that can combine to give you +2. Okay, another thing we learned about is something called the distributive property. So if I were to give you this expression here, we learned that we're going to multiply -3 times 2x and -3 times 5 to give me -6x minus 15. All right, so down below for number 1, the first thing we have to do is draw on our railroad tracks, all right, and combine our like terms. I see we have -5n plus 2n. When I combine those, I get -3n. I'm going to bring down the rest of my expression. To get n by itself, I know I'm going to have to divide both sides by -3. When I divide by a negative, we flip my sign. 3 divided by -3 is -1. And over here I'll have n. So we have -1 is greater than n. Well, we've learned, okay, that in inequalities, we need that variable to come first. So I'm going to flip this now again, so that n is first. I have -1. Well, since I flipped the expression, or the inequality, I need to go ahead and flip my sign as well. So if this is 0, -1, -2, my circle will be open at -1, going to the left. For number 2, same idea. Let's go in, draw our railroad tracks, combine our like terms. -p minus 4p is -5p, is greater than -10. To get p by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by -5. Well, we've learned when we divide by a negative on both sides, I need to flip my sign. I'm going to get p is less than 2. When I go in and graph this, maybe this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. My circle will be opened at 2, going to the left. For number 3, I'm going to go ahead in and solve. I see somewhere in here I'm going to have to flip because the variable is on the right-hand side of my inequality. I'm going to go ahead and distribute. -6 times 6b is -36b. -6 times -7 is +42. Let's go ahead and bring everything else down. I have 150 is greater than or equal to -36b plus 42. To get b by itself, I'm going to start by subtracting both sides by 42. Do that, I get 108 is greater than or equal to -36b. To get b by itself, I need to divide both sides by -36. Now, one thing I've seen some students do, you guys, is put an F here for, hey, I need to flip because I'm dividing by a negative. When you flip, you'll get -3 is less than or equal to b. Well, crazy thing is now we have to flip again because we want b to be first. So I'll get b is greater than or equal to -3. And if it helps you to put another F here for flip, go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and graph this. If this is at -3, -2, -1, to the left of -3 is -4 and -5. My circle is going to be closed, going to the right. For number 4, same idea, draw on those railroad tracks and solve. I'm going to start by distributing. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times -7 is -49. I'm going to have that r in there as well, and I'll bring down my +6. Bring down 118, my less than sign. I see right away somewhere in here we're going to have to flip because r is on the right-hand side of my equation or inequality. So 6 plus 14 is 20. I'll get 20 minus 49r and I'll bring down my symbol and the 118. To get this by itself, I'm going to subtract 20 on both sides. I get 98 is less than negative 49, R. To get R by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 49. I'm going to put an F here. Why? Because I'm dividing both sides by that negative 49, so I need to flip my sign. I'll have R to the right, and 98 divided by negative 49 is negative 2. Well, again, what am I going to have to do? Flip it again. R needs to come first, so we get R is less than negative 2. All right? If I go in and graph that, here's 0, negative 1, and negative 2. My circle is open, going to the left. For number 5, what I'm going to do is draw on those railroad tracks. Here's my X. When we learned about PEMDAS earlier this year, we learned that we have to go ahead and start by multiplying both sides by 2. We're undoing the bottom of that fraction first. I'm now left with negative 2x plus 5 is greater than or equal to 20. And in class this week, we talked about why these guys will cross-simplify. We reviewed cross-simplification with fractions. All right, to get x by itself, I'm going to subtract 5 on both sides. I'm now going to get negative 2x is greater than or equal to 15. I'm going to divide, I'm going to write this again over here, negative 2x is greater than or equal to 15 by negative 2, which means I'm going to have to flip. So I get x is less than or equal to negative 7.5. I'll go in and graph that. If this is negative 7.5, this might be negative 6.5, negative 5.5, so on and so forth. The circle is going to be closed. This would be negative 8.5, negative 9.5, and going to the left. All right. This week we also talked about, hey, if I go up or down by just 0.5, this could be negative 7.5, negative 7.0, negative 6.5. As long as you're being consistent in what your graph is going up or down by, you should be okay. All right. So on the homework, there are 5 problems on the lesson 7 homework. I told students to skip that last problem. All right. So that's lesson 7 in a quick review. If you need help, go ahead and send me an email.